Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, I am so excited to have you here. We do amazing things on this channel. If you are coming back, then I am more than happy to have you back. The only reason I'm here is because you're here. And yeah, let's get into the new video. I hope you don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. I will see you on the video. Hi guys, so today's video is about how to emotionally detach from someone that you were in love with or someone that you had feelings for, strong feelings for. And it's not an easy one. I mean, most of us have experienced heartbreak and it's very difficult to navigate, especially when it's someone that you were really in love with and you felt like this is my person, like I found my person, we're doing life together, we're building a life together, and then life happens, something happens, and you just realize that yeah, this isn't what I thought it was, or this isn't working in the way that I thought it would work. And it's very hard. I mean, there's different layers to it. There's the breakups where things went really bad, you know, or someone turned out to be a really bad person. I find that sometimes those ones are easier to navigate than the ones where life just sort of happens and it's not necessarily that something terrible happened, and so the love that you have for this person is still very much real and very much a part of your life, and it's not a switch that you can just turn off and just be fine, you know. But you still have to protect yourself, and you still sometimes have to emotionally detach, you know. And it's difficult. But yeah, this video I want to talk about a few things that I think are helpful for when you are trying to emotionally detach yourself from someone that you love, currently love, or someone that you used to love, but basically the relationship hasn't worked and so you need to help yourself. I'm going to be picking a point off my phone. First one, which is very cliche and very, I guess, matter of fact, is to block, delete, and rename them on your phone if you need to. So if you're like me, if I like someone, their name is very, I don't save their name as their name. It's usually something endearing, or there's emojis, you know, maybe there's a picture and all of that stuff. And it's a lot easier to start by renaming them. Change their name on your contacts, remove the emojis, put their government name there so that if they do text you, it's not jarring and your heart is not palpitating. Just see their name and just be like, okay, as opposed to saying my heart, the love of my life, 700 emotions will go through you, you know, all of those things. So yeah, if it's a situation where you need to delete their contact, do that. I personally don't often delete contacts because chances are I know your number in my head, so who am I kidding? And again, if it's one where it was like a terrible breakup, or you know, things were really negative, then you might consider blocking them as well. I think this point is usually the easiest to do. Just like block, rename, delete. Just do that to first of all start off. So yeah, we're starting light. The second thing is to keep a journal of your progress, or like me, notes on my notes app on my phone. I would just create a folder for, you know, those feelings, and I process my feelings in real time. I write what I'm feeling, I write the thoughts that come to my mind, and just sort of process it in writing. I found that to be very helpful because it's a great way to see how I'm healing and to like sort of chronicle your healing journey and just see, okay, in January this is how I was feeling. I was feeling very down, I was feeling very dejected, I was feeling very broken. Fast forward to March, you know, my spirit is lifting, I'm feeling a lot better, I'm getting a lot more clarity, and just processing it. Many times we find that one, you're either trying to process your feelings with the person that caused you pain, where every thought or every emotion that you're feeling, you want to call them and rant, you want to call them and shout, you want to send them a long paragraph. Sometimes you don't need to send them all of those things, but those feelings still need a place to go, and they still need an outlet, and you still need to put those feelings somewhere and those emotions somewhere. And I found that journaling and writing in my notes app has been very helpful for me in the past. And this is not just romantic relationships as well, it can be friendships, just finding a place to put those feelings without it being overly dramatic and also without having to be vulnerable in that way where you're allowing people to see you weak. Yeah, sometimes the people that hurt you don't deserve, they've lost the right to see you in that state, and they don't deserve it. So yeah, just do it in your own safe space, in your own diary, in your own notes app. Just write it there, because you need to find a place to keep feelings. The third thing here is to don't only focus on the positives or the negatives. Like, take stock of the full relationship. It's very easy to, when someone has broken up with you or you're going through a breakup, just focus and zone in on all the positive aspects of the relationship and cry and cry and cry and beat yourself down for everything that you're losing. Yes, great things happen in the relationship, but there's also a reason why you're breaking up. You know, you don't want to, in your grief, sort of whitewash the person and turn them into a saint all of a sudden. You know, take honest stock of the relationship. On the flip side, you don't want to just zoom in on all the negatives. There was a time that this person was the love of your life. There was a time that this person made you happy. There's a reason why you were with this person to begin with. So it's also a disservice to yourself to only zoom in on the bad stuff and the negative stuff. There were good times, there were bad times. Taking stock of the relationship would mean looking at everything holistically. What are the good things, what are the bad things, and just sort of processing your feelings through all of that, as opposed to focusing on only one thing. You know, that a person has hurt you today does not necessarily mean that they are a bad person. You know, they did bad things, and two things can be true at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. And that leads me to my next thing, which is practicing honesty in your evaluation. Just be honest with yourself about everything that happened. It is true that this person was the love of my life, but it is also true that this person hurt me and this person broke my heart. It is true, and it's okay to say that. It's okay to be able to admit it. Admitting it does not mean that they are a terrible person. Admitting that they were good to you even before they broke your heart does not mean that you're a stupid person. It's just the truth of the situation. We're human beings, you know. These scenarios are hardly ever black and white, you know. There's always so much complexity to it, and it's okay to admit and be honest about your evaluation of everything that's happened so far. I think it's also very important to write down everything that you think you've done wrong in the relationship or, you know, in the situation, and use that as an avenue to sort of grow from it. What did you do that contributed to the terrible situation that you're in, and how can you work on yourself and get better and do different to present your better self or your best self in the next sort of relationship that you find yourself in, so that you're not repeating cycles and being stuck in unchanging situations. So yeah, take a list, you know, write down the things that you could do differently, and try therapy if you need it. Talk to your friends, but talk to a professional. I'm not always a very big fan of only talking to your friends when you're going through situations, for multiple reasons. Sometimes you break up with someone and you get back together with them. If the only people you processed your pain with were your friends, and obviously in the thick of the pain, you might have, again, if you were not being honest in your evaluation or being completely honest, or if you were only focusing on the negatives, then you might have painted this person in a very, very bad light to your friends. And while you may be able to forgive the person, your friends, trust me, we won't forgive him. We can't. We can't. And it's not a good dynamic to have, because now you have friends that hate your partner, but you are back with your partner, and now it's an awkward situation for everyone else, you know, for everyone, including yourself. So yeah, obviously talk to your friends, heal with your friends, but I also feel like there are certain things that you should talk about with a professional. Yeah, try therapy if you think it will work. There are amazing platforms that help you with things like this. You know, you can get a licensed therapist on apps online now, BetterHelp and the rest of them. Yeah, try therapy, talk, seek support, and help while you're processing everything that you're processing. And the last one, that is also a very important one, is to work on your relationship with God. Girl, there is nothing like a breakup to bring you closer to God. Your one true love, the one that will never break your heart. Pray. I've gone through certain situations, not just like relationships, but like even friendships, where I'm so utterly heartbroken and I can't even talk to anybody about it because they won't even get it, and I honestly don't even have the words to sort of communicate what it is that I'm feeling. And I just cry to God and weep and pray and talk, you know, and I found that has made me feel better. Detaching from someone that you love is not an easy thing. It's hard, you know. There will be ups, there will be downs, there will be ebbs, there will be flows, there will be moments of weakness where all you want to do is call them back and beg them to take you back, and there will be moments where your resolve will be so strong, you'll be so proud of yourself, and it might be, you know, up and down, good times, bad times, good times, bad times, good times, bad times, until it eventually gets better. There'll be times where you'll cry, and that's honestly fine. Your heart is hurting you. Cry if you need to. Sometimes you feel like you're dying. There's nothing worse than when you're feeling emotional pain physically in your body and your chest is hurting and you're in pain, you're in physical pain. It feels like your heart is being ripped out of your chest. Feel your feelings, it's okay. I know many times when I'm watching these videos about emotionally detaching, I end up feeling attacked and aggressed by the creator, because I guess sometimes they don't really come from a place of empathy. But I hope this is not that type of video for you. I hope that this video is helpful for you. It's a hard thing, you're doing a hard thing. If you're processing a breakup right now, or if you're healing from a breakup, it's a hard thing, you're doing a really difficult thing. And I hope you find the strength, I guess, to get to the other side. But in everything, remember who you are, remember your worth, remember your value, remember whose you are, you know? And remind yourself of what you're deserving of, remind yourself of things that you are worthy of and the things that are beneath you. And if a person has lost the right to hold your heart, then don't give them your heart to hold anymore. If they've proven to you that they cannot be gentle with your heart, they cannot be gentle with your soul, they can't be gentle with you, then they don't have the right to hold you in that way. And it's okay to make the hard decision to protect your own heart and say, you know what, you've lost, I don't trust you with my heart anymore. You're not a bad person. I don't hate you, but I don't trust you with my heart. You dropped the ball and you don't get to hold my heart in that way anymore. It's not easy, it's hard. But if that's the place you've come to, then I'm proud of you for coming there, because it's not an easy journey. And on the days where you feel like giving up and going back, I hope you remember who you are, whose you are, how hard you've worked to come here. Remember the reason why you left to begin with. Many times it doesn't change, you know. They might come back and beg you and say, I'm so sorry. But most times it's just because they miss you, or they miss the comfort that comes with having you in their life. It's not really that there's been any change in behavior or change in attitude. Like, they haven't really reflected. Nothing is going to be different. And you don't want to find yourself stuck in a repeating cycle that is not beneficial to you. So yeah, I hope these few tips help you with emotionally detaching from people that you love, from situations that you've loved at some point. And I'm sending you strength and good vibes. If you're processing a breakup or dealing with heartbreak, going through a generally difficult time, I see you. I know what you're going through, or at least I have a general idea of what you're going through. I've gone through similar things myself, and it gets better. It does get better. I mean, there might never be a day where you think of them and feel nothing, but it'll definitely get better. The pain will shrink, or maybe we grow around it. I don't know, but it gets better, and you'll move on, and you'll find everything that you're deserving of on the other side of this pain currently, and you'll be fine. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.